speechless. I've gotten breakthroughs. I mean, God, we've released so much just in the 2.5 months compared to the 5 years that I've been trying to do this work. Just freaking join and experience it for yourself. Meditating, I've been doing inner child work since 2019. I've seen a counselor, I've seen a therapist, I've done past life regressions, I've done hypnotherapy, and I've never been able to break through the wall, the barrier. Working with you, we've had 3 or 4 breakthroughs
Yeah.
that I've never, in the 5 years that I've been trying to do this work, been able to break through and understand. But being in this container with you and using your methodologies, it's actually enlightening because I have no words to describe the shifts, the transformations, and the breakthroughs that we've gone through in a span of 2.5 months. It's like you were reading my mind. Wasn't really happy in my current position, was struggling quite a bit between work, home, and a toddler because I'm barely swimming above water, which is what made me decide to start on this journey.
I want to read to you out a form that you sent of when we first started our journey together. So you said, if at the end of the 3 months, all I get from this coaching is me being happy and feeling alive, I know I would have won. Everything else is secondary and I know it will follow suit.
It was pretty quick. I think within 2 sessions, it was like a veil was lifted, being miserable in my job to realizing how lucky I am to have this job. And I was
Yeah.
like, how does that happen? I'm there.
I'm really excited that you've already achieved that within the first 2 weeks. That's incredible. I remember the emotional and mental states at being, it was a 2 or 3 at the start, and then 2 weeks later you're like at an 8.
I think most moms could relate with, having to transition with having a new baby and figuring out your schedules. And, we haven't gone on a date for quite a while. And I'm just like, I'm getting frustrated because obviously that's very important to keep the relationship going. We did a session, I think it was on a Tuesday, where we uncovered like what my relationship is with my father and how that translated with my relationship to men in general. And then all of a sudden on Wednesday, my husband goes, "Hey, what are you doing Sunday?" I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, between 12 and 3, we've got a babysitter coming and we're going out on a date." I guess I take it for granted because I'm just like, great. It's just my vibe now. You know what I mean? Like, it
Ah, it's your
doesn't
new
bother
normal.
me.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's my new, you're right, my new normal. What I've learned in this container will definitely help boost my confidence to step out of my career in accounting that I've been in for 10 years and kind of take that leap of faith.
What would you recommend, Ada, to someone that on the fence about coaching, or they want that change in their life? They maybe feel that the subconscious is going to be that tool for them, but they are a bit hesitant.
Well, I was also hesitant when I first started this container, but just remembering to myself that the best investment you'll ever make is on yourself. And I mean, just the shifts that I've seen, again, I bring it back to, for 10 years, I've prepared financial statements and I've handed in barely just on time, whereas I did not change anything, but everything just fell magically into place and I submitted it a day early. Like that alone to me is just, it just shows you that the work works. Like the work that we do in this container really does work, having everything fall into place. There's just no other explanation aside from the fact that things have shifted energetically. And I think out of all the other coaches there are out there, the reason I resonated with Renee is, you know, just 10 months ago, you were in my shoes where you were working a corporate job and you turned your dream life into a reality. So it resonates with me.
Yay! I want to read back out to you some of your other things that you mentioned in your form. You said what your outcomes are as well from the coaching is you see yourself as unrecognizable and different. I'm happy and full of zest of life. Through this coaching, I'll address my limiting beliefs and traumas that are holding me back from living a full life. This inner quest started due to my dissatisfaction in my career. So at the end of this, I see myself gaining clarity on what I should pursue next and address any blockages that have been stopping me from changing careers into energy work, healing, and magic. In the process, I will heal my gut. As a result of all of this work, I will be able to replace my 9 to 5 income by working in the realm of magic and have more freedom to spend with my family. and be present in my son's childhood
Oh
time.
my God, I've forgotten about that. So yes, my gut has healed.
Yeah.
This my hesitation was like, do I spend my money on coaching or do I spend my money on like a naturopath and figure out all my like gut issues? Because I just thought, being bloated all the time was normal. And then you're like, oh, don't worry, once we do the energetic work, your gut's just going to heal. And I don't think my gut's been this good for a very long time. Prior to me joining, I couldn't eat beef, I couldn't eat dairy, but now I made beef stroganoff on the weekend and devoured that no problem. I guess I
Makes me
made
so
the right
happy.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is another, it's like I don't remember writing these anymore because then I said it's my new normal now. So I'm just like, yeah, whatever. This is how it's been for a while.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, and I mean, the other day too, I was wondering, it's first week of daycare and I had the luxury of going to daycare with my son. And I'm just like, wow, I did manifest like the freedom portion of it. I do have the time freedom. I do know in terms of energy healing, I mean, God, I already got that sound bath session without me even doing the work. So I'm sure once I start the business and get it up and running, it's just going to come effortlessly and easily. Just do it. I mean, there's really no words that I can use to describe what has transcribed in the last 2.5 months. But I definitely, like
The last words that you like to say.
I said in my entry questionnaire, if the only thing I got from this container was feeling happy, I've more than paid off what it costs. Like I already got that in 2 weeks. So I've gotten more than just that in 2 weeks. And I think your happiness and peace of mind just doesn't have a price to it. But we're not even done the container. So I'm looking forward to like the 10 times X of my investment that's going to happen once the container ends. Because honestly, the breakthroughs that we've gone through, they're just so profound.